So, Corey, long as we got you here, Bobby wrote us. He came home from work early because he wasn't feeling well. He had just bought his home last month, caught his neighbor using electrical outlets on Bobby's house. And he said, Bobby says, I'm going to call the cops and tell them what you're doing. And this neighbor just laughed, said, you can't prove it, pulled the plug and pulled his cables back. So this sounds like a lot with the problem with the guy, the smoking in the house. So what does Bobby do now?
I would say Bobby has just given us a perfect example of a new power struggle, shall I say. So you hear this quite a bit as it relates actually to water. I've heard stories even from folks working at the water company about, have you seen a spike in your water bill? Do you have a neighbor that maybe filled up their pool with your water spigot, right? Because that can be significant amount of money there. So I haven't heard it with power. So this is first, but very interesting. I think certainly it may fall outside of the realm of real estate law, but I would encourage him to call his local authorities. Was this trespassing? Also, do you have a conversation with LG&E and go ahead and get that on record to say, hey, listen, if there is an uptick in my bill, this is what has occurred. Is there anything that can be notated on my file? Is there any process by which, I can perhaps be credited back and account for this? And do you work with the local authorities to provide a report of that instance? And at minimum, even if there's nothing that can be done, a report has been filed to hopefully prevent something from happening in the future, right? Because if they get a free pass the first time, guess what? The second time it happens, I bet you that free pass ain't coming.